Hi, good morning, everybody. Kevin Magna here with Small Business Rock Stars. I'm outside, as you can see today. Beautiful, sunny California morning. One of the most important things that helps me to clear my mind and to start the day off fresh. I don't know how many mornings growing up I was in the water at 5 o'clock in the morning, swim practice, getting ready to tackle the day. Now, in whatever 30 years later, I still love being outside. Today is all about kind of how we can mentally prepare ourselves and overcome this COVID-19. So my guest, Kristen Esquivias, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, I'm enjoying this beautiful blue sky and sunshine too from the
I
comfort of my
know.
office. But it is a gorgeous day. I'm like, thank goodness.
Thanks
Summer's
so
on
much
the
for
way.
Thank you so much for joining us. So your tell us about your business and how it's been impacted, how your clients are being challenged like ever before in this environment.
Mm, yeah. Well, thanks so much for inviting me to join in this series. So I spend my time as an executive coach and I work with individuals helping them get into empowered mindsets so that they can really achieve their goals and do it in a faster way so we can get out of our own way. So I love what you're saying about mindset. Mindset is so critical. It's like the starting point.
Yeah,
And in this wild times with COVID-19, the way that it's really impacted me and my business is, well, I just now have my husband and my children. We're all sheltered in place, working from home together 24/7. And with that, a lot of my in-person events, working with teams and speaking to large organizations like Facebook have been canceled. And so I've been working virtually and working remotely, but now creating these events and experiences for teams to help and support them. What I've noticed with these groups and with my one-on-one clients is that these uncertain times can create so much uncertainty within us, and we get stuck. Like, it feels so overwhelming and we throw out the window like all the things that we know work. Like, even myself, it was like I wasn't exercising for 2 or 3 weeks and I was like, okay, wait, I do know how to take care of myself. I do know what it takes to be in a good mindset and in a good place. But we kind of like went into this like extreme opposite of forgetting.
yeah,
And so what
yeah,
I've been really helping myself, my family, and my clients is recognizing, like, what are some small steps that we can take so that we can take a break from all of the madness that's out in the news and really be able to get ourselves into a good place so that we can still feel happy and joy and fulfillment in life despite the fact that we're now stuck at home.
yeah. No, awesome. Now more than ever, right? If we're not
Right.
focusing on ourselves, like it's gonna be tough. And I know there's some really difficult circumstances that were out of our control that are impacting people. Tell us about some of your leaders and the pressures that these businesses are under right now and these decisions that these small and large businesses are having to make.
Yeah, I'm working with a handful of C-suite leaders right now, and the gravity of the decisions are really heavy for them. Whether that's 80% of their business was in stores and now stores have shut down, or their business has just contracted so much that they've had to make tough decisions about furloughs or cutting people's hours back. And in some cases, really feeling the weight of that responsibility and the way that they're impacting other people's lives. And so there's small things that we've been able to do and help them in some cases just recognize, that is part of being a business owner and being a key leader, and less about like, doing these things with compassion and heart and really showing individuals that regardless of what the outcome is, like, how can you still lead with heart? How can you show empathy and compassion for others? One of my leaders, he had to cut back some of his hourly employees. And as much as, that was really hard decision, he also recognized some of them wouldn't have enough money to put food on the table for their families. So they went out and they fundraised. They had, people donating and as well matching all the donations from the company side to be able to give them gift cards, like to Safeway or other grocery stores, to help offset some of the lost wages. But
Yeah,
it is, everyone is doing the best that they can for themselves and having to make some of these tough decisions. And it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. In a previous life, when I was leading companies, it was never easy to, to reduce force in good times, and, to make those tough overhead decisions now in tough times. Like, that's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure, and
it
that's,
is a lot of pressure.
we're all human when it comes down to it in the end of the day. And these leaders, they have to do what's right for their business and their stakeholders, and we respect those decisions, but
Yeah.
it hurts. It really hurts. And it's great that we have resources like you and your company to, for these leaders and, even individuals, to help them, see that there's there's a silver lining somewhere, and we got to find it. We got
Yeah.
to focus on it, and understand that it starts with getting up and, enjoying the morning and appreciating that time with our families.
Yeah.
I never realized, the elementary schools now are just so focused on mindset, even at that age. And, we can control, how we think and how we act. And, more than ever, it's great that you're out there helping. Are there, kind of maybe walk through real quick how, what are some of the one or two questions that you dive into to really help someone kind of expose themselves and really help you understand where they need help?
Oh, I mean, mindset so matters. We're just teaching my son, Ethan, 5 years old, to ride a two-wheeler. And I'm like, it starts with your mindset, Ethan. Believe you can. My husband's like, oh, you're going coach style on him. I'm like, yes, because it does start with that. And so two questions that I always, like back pocket, great resources just to check yourself and see where you are is, one is like, paint the worst possible picture. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? And we can go into doom and gloom, and we can get into like so stuck, like really, really stuck places, feel like we have no choice, we have no power, we have nothing that we can do. Like, oh, all this stuff is happening to me. And when we put that down on paper, we get out of our ruminating, and we can really see like how much of that's really true. And most chances and in most likelihood, our greatest fears are not going to happen. They're just fears that we let hold ourselves back. So the second way to then get out of that is, what's the best possible outcome? And in this particular time, really working with individuals to say, what's the story I'm writing about how I handled this, about how I led my teams through this uncertain, unprecedented time? Where do we want to be when all is said and done? And how do we want to be remembered? And in that place, people get really connected to like, I want to be someone that led with heart. I want to be somebody that served others. I want to know that I made an impact regardless of what cards are on my table. And it is so much more generative, and it create, like, we get so much more creative and all these great ideas and like gratitude for all the options that we do have possible. And so then the number one thing after mindset is, you got to do something. You got to get into action and do something about it.
Yeah. Get up, and I love Nike's just do it. Just
do
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, awesome. So where can people reach you for your services? What's the best way to reach out?
Yeah, the best way is you can visit my website. So we'll put that somewhere here for you guys to find, because my last name is a little bit long, but KristenEsquivias.com, or search me on LinkedIn and send me a note if you want to work with me one-on-one, or bring me in to help your teams work on mindset, resilience building, a whole slew of leadership development skills. That's my jam, and I love doing it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kristen. It's great to start the morning this way with you. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great day.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.